Greetings from our channel again. With his portrayal of the Cheyenne Bodie in Cheyenne, actor Clint Walker, who is renowned for his powerful, commanding presence on screen, served as more than just a representation of the Western genre. Untold tragedies lurked underneath the audience and #039's beloved picture of the unwavering cowboy hero. Few would guess that Walker and #039's life was filled with difficult obstacles and unspeakable sorrows given his sturdy exterior. His real-life losses and struggles were far more significant than any screenplay, notwithstanding the success of his career. Untold truths about Walker and #039's secret struggles started to surface several years after his death. Did they keep their secrets for decades? Let and #039's explore the startling details of Clint Walker and #039's life. A tale where darkness and splendor coexist, revealing a narrative full of heartbreaking and surprising discoveries. Childhood. Born in Hartford, Illinois, on May 30, 1927, Clint Walker had obstacles in life that not all children must face. Walker was raised with his mother, Naomi Lucille, and was born into a Czech household. Their mother and maternal grandparents were left to raise the children after their parents and #039 divorce, which completely upended their lives from a young age. In a period of economic distress, they found it difficult to support the family. Walker and #039's upbringing was very different from the serene persona of power he would subsequently project on TV. Walker struggled without a father figure as his mother balanced taking care of the family with working to support them. He developed a strong will and resilience as a result of this event early on. Walker went to Alton High School after attending Roosevelt Junior High School. But in order to provide for his family, he started working part-time jobs after school, which caused him to lose interest in his studies. Walker and #039's formative years were characterized by simplicity and hard effort, from sweeping floors to working at a nearby grocery shop. During this time, he became passionate about working out. Beginning weightlifting at the YMCA in Alton, which soon turned into one of his favorite activities. Walker decided to leave school as a teenager in order to provide for his family. He had to deal with the realities of hard work instead of the carefree school days that his peers enjoyed. He worked in factories, bounced at nightclubs, and was a private investigator, among other things, to help out around the house. Clint Walker gained strength and independence as a result of these experiences. Clint came to the realization that his sense of adventure was not suited to factory employment during this period. His life changed when he made the decision to enlist in the Merchant Marine at the age of 17. This decision led to a world of difficulties and adventure. Although life at sea wasn't and #039's easy, Walker started to develop his fortitude, tenacity, and bravery there. Walker experienced hitherto unexplored horizons during his time at sea. Every journey taught perseverance, self-control, and cooperation. He endured severe weather, developed teamwork skills, lived in small quarters, and made his way through storms. Walker became emotionally and physically tougher as a result of these experiences. His consistent acting career in Hollywood would subsequently be built on the discipline and responsibility he acquired while serving at sea. But Walker also had amazing encounters at sea. He gained knowledge about various cultures, experienced the untamed power of nature, and developed a completely new perspective on the world. He learned bravery and endurance from life on the water, traits that he carried into his acting profession and used throughout his life. Career. Walker was a hotel doorman before Warner Brothers signed him to a contract, which gave him a huge opportunity and made him one of the biggest stars in Western movies. This was the start of a career that would have a lasting impact on the field for many years to come. When Clint Walker was chosen to play Cheyenne Bodie in the Warner Brothers television series Cheyenne, his life took a significant shift. In addition to showcasing his acting abilities, Walker, a tough yet kind cowboy, became a lasting symbol of the Western genre. Cheyenne attracted millions of viewers in the U.S. and ran for 8 seasons, becoming an immediate hit. Walker went from being an unknown actor to a big star in a short period of time after his casting as Cheyenne was announced in 1955, sending shockwaves through the film business. Not only did Walker and #039's career take a significant turn with the character of Cheyenne Bodie, but it also made him a household name in Hollywood. With each episode, Walker gained appreciation for his portrayal of Cheyenne, which was characterized by his towering frame, masculine features, and a combination of strength and quiet passion. Viewers were riveted to their TVs by his genuine acting and muscular presence. However, Walker and #039's skills went beyond just acting. His voice was powerful and fascinating, too. Warner Brothers saw this potential early on and put out an album with songs Walker sang in different episodes. His distinct voice enhanced Cheyenne and #039's attractiveness and strengthened the bond between the character and the viewer. By combining acting and music, Walker demonstrated his versatility as an artist in addition to his acting skills. Adored by supporters, Clint Walker helped the Western genre reach new heights with Cheyenne and #039's enormous success. In the past, Western movies were frequently regarded as specialized entertainment that catered to a particular demographic. Walker, however, proved with Cheyenne that Westerns could draw large audiences and establish themselves as a popular genre. His contributions solidified the genre and #039's status as a vital component of American film culture. Clint Walker broadened his career with a number of film ventures after Cheyenne and #039's huge success, without even sticking to the Western genre. His appearances in a variety of genres, including comedies, action, and war movies, demonstrated his versatility and remarkable ability as an actor. Clint Walker and #039's portrayal of a lone man struggling for survival in the Western was one of his most well-known parts outside of Cheyenne. The role demonstrated Walker and #039's austere demeanor and great acting abilities. Walker then went on to play a courageous and seasoned explorer in Yellowstone Kelly, 1959, where he once again shone. These movies established Walker as one of the biggest stars of the day and cemented his place in the Western genre. Clint Walker did not, however, limit himself to Westerns. His appearances in action and war movies showed off his flexibility. Walker played Samson Posey, a prisoner with exceptional strength, in the 1967 classic military movie The Dirty Dozen. Walker and #039's remarkable acting skills in the genre of war films were evident in the film, which went on to become one of his most well-known productions. Walker and #039's versatility in portraying nuanced, multifaceted characters was further demonstrated by his appearance in Frank Sinatra and #039's sole motion picture, None But the Brave, in 1965. Walker did not limit himself to war and action movies. He also experimented with drama and humor. Alongside celebrities like Rock Hudson and Doris Day, Walker demonstrated his innate sense of humor in Send Me No Flowers, 1964. This part demonstrated that Walker and #039's sophisticated comedic style could not only make viewers laugh but also excel in challenging action parts. Walker further demonstrated his versatility as an actor by appearing in dramatic shows like Kraft Suspense Theater, where he gave powerfully emotive performances. Personal life and tragedy. In 1971, Clint Walker suffered a terrible skiing accident at Mammoth Mountain, California, which almost ended his life. A ski pole went right into Walker and #039's heart after he lost his footing and fell while skiing. Because of the severity of the injury, medical professionals at the local hospital were ready to send him to the morgue after finding no signs of life. The powerful, valiant character on film, Clint Walker, appeared to be permanently gone at one time. He was found in critical condition by the ski patrol after lying unconscious for a considerable amount of time. But destiny had other ideas. Walker and #039's condition was checked again by a doctor who chanced to be passing by. In order to rescue him, the doctor performed emergency surgery as soon as he noticed a slight sign of life. Medical experts regarded Walker and #039's survival and avoidance of oxygen deprivation-induced brain damage as nothing less than a miracle, even though the ski pole had pierced his heart 4 inches deep. Walker recovered from the procedure remarkably quickly. Walker was released from the hospital 10 days after the accident, and 2 months later he was back to work, carrying on with his film career as if nothing had occurred. He went back to work on television and movies, proving that his fortitude and resolve remained unwavering in the face of death. Clint Walker and #039's private life was far more subdued and modest away from the limelight of his heroic on-screen personas. Even though he had miraculously escaped a near-fatal tragedy, his resilient heart was put to the ultimate test by the losses in his family life. Clint Walker went through 3 marriages, all of which had a significant impact on his life. In 1948, he married Verna Garver for the first time. In addition to being his greatest pride, their daughter Valerie Jean Walker, like her father, was a symbol of tenacity and a spirit of adventure. At a time when the field was still dominated by men, Valerie and #039's accomplishment of becoming one of the first female pilots was noteworthy. Walker had an unending devotion for his daughter, and he kept up a positive relationship with Verna even after his marriage ended in 1968, always cherishing his family as the most important aspect of his life. Clint Walker put himself into his profession and pursued his career after the divorce. Walker fell in love once more with Giselle Hennessy in 1974. He had years of happiness in this marriage until Giselle and #039's cancer diagnosis was a cruel blow from fate. Her death on January 1, 1994, left an indelible hole in Walker and #039's life, and her last days turned into a torturous struggle with disease. He experienced the heartbreak and loneliness of losing a cherished companion after almost 2 decades of dating. Walker often visited Holy Cross Cemetery in Culver City, California, where she was buried. He refused to be defeated by life. Walker rediscovered happiness with his third wife, Susan Cavallo, 3 years after Giselle and #039's death. In a private ceremony held at Walker and #039's house in Grass Valley, California, they were joined in marriage on March 7, 1997. Walker and Susan led a modest and tranquil life away from the bustle of Hollywood, finding solace and happiness in their senior years. He rarely made an appearance in the media and always opted to live in silence. Walker chose to live a simple and secluded life while being a well-known celebrity. He didn't and #039 look for publicity or make frequent appearances in the press. Nevertheless, Walker maintained ties with his followers in spite of his reclusive life. He frequently signed autographs because he recognized that the fans were the ones who had loved and supported him throughout his career, not because he wanted to be famous. Fans who had followed Walker throughout his lengthy career in show business were always happy to talk to him and sign autographs. Perhaps this powerful man and #039's greatest source of grounding came from his love for his family, particularly his daughter Valerie. Despite the suffering and loss Clint Walker had in life, Valerie carried on her father and #039's excellent traits with her pioneering spirit and determination. His affection for family never faltered, and he always kept a kind heart. What Clint Walker left behind. The imposing cowboy of Western movies, Clint Walker, was more than just a movie star. He represented tenacity, faith in oneself, and an unwavering passion for the arts. His life is a live example of his strong will and tremendous heart, as evidenced by his heroic roles and struggles with real-life obstacles. Few could match that. Walker and #039's acting career, together with his numerous accolades and distinctions, established a lasting impact. His star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is one of his most illustrious accolades. In addition to shining amid other well-known figures, Clint Walker and #039's star is a tribute to the years he devoted to the film business and the public. Walker and the supporters who had followed and encouraged him over the years were both proud of this accomplishment. Walker is also included at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum as one of the best Western actors. His name is inscribed in the Hall of Great Western Performers, a prestigious distinction bestowed upon individuals who have made noteworthy contributions to the genre. Walker shaped the perception of the American cowboy as a man of strength, bravery, and compassion with his portrayal of Cheyenne Bodie. His career was influenced by this portrayal, which also provided audiences with a likable and trustworthy hero. Clint Walker received the Golden Boot Award in 1997, a distinguished honor given to those who have contributed to the development and expansion of the Western cinema genre. His accomplishments in his many roles were acknowledged, but so was his profound influence on popular culture. Movies like Yellowstone Kelly, Fort Dobbs, and most notably The Dirty Dozen demonstrated that Walker and #039's acting ability extended beyond his physical attributes to include his ability to emotionally engage viewers. Clint Walker will always be regarded as a Western legend for his incredible journey, which embodied both heart and strength and left a legacy that enthralls and inspires people to this day. The generations of viewers and performers Clint Walker influenced will carry on his legacy. Walker conveyed the image of a tough yet kind cowboy in every role, particularly as Cheyenne Bodie. In addition to witnessing his physical prowess, viewers were moved by the sincerity and tenacity of every gesture and action he displayed on TV. In his movies and in real life, he came to represent bravery and tenacity. Clint Walker died on May 21, 2018, 9 days before his 91st birthday. In addition to his family, the innumerable fans worldwide were very saddened by his passing. Nevertheless, the legacy he established continued after his death. Viewers and #039 emotions are still shaped by the image of a strong, unwavering cowboy who is always prepared to take on any task, who accompanied him on his voyage through decades of Western movies. When people think of Clint Walker, they remember not just his powerful on-screen persona and emotive performances, but also the gentle, modest, and grounded man behind the scenes. At autograph events, fans who had the opportunity to meet him experienced a feeling of intimacy and warmth, as if they were conversing with an old friend rather than a well-known celebrity. His legacy became even more significant as a result. Not only in the movie business but also in his admirers and #039 hearts. Even though Clint Walker is no longer with us, his legacy will endure. As we look back, we will always see the image of the brave cowboy with broad shoulders and resolute eyes, a timeless emblem of courage and an unwavering love for the profession. The movies and tales he portrayed will continue to inspire upcoming generations of actors and moviegoers. We appreciate you joining us as we examine the intriguing life of Clint Walker, a legendary figure in Hollywood. Please feel free to share any further fascinating information you may have about Clint Walker with us so we can carry on the discussion. We hope to see you in our upcoming videos.